Uh,
They will come. People will come.
Yeah, it's that period when people are doing scrutiny and stuff as well. So I think some people might not be able to come. Okay, right. Okay, so I'm just going to switch that off. And now I'm going back to. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's live, so we're famous, I think. So you said you're based in Sardinia?
No,
No,
in Piemonte.
Piemonte. Okay, it's not school.
Near Alessandria.
Okay, whereabouts in Piemonte?
Near Alessandria, there is a city, the same name like in Egypt.
No, I know it. I've been there.
Have you been there?
Yeah, it's got a very famous La Cittadella.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, because I'm a fan of fortifications. So yeah, I know it. And also, actually, there's a really good. I can never remember the name of it. There's a really good pasticceria in the main square, and my wife's uncle lives there, lives above the pasticceria. Really? Yeah, so whenever we have big family get-togethers, they almost always bring a tray of these pasticcini. They're fantastic.
I'm thinking of the name of this pasticceria.
I can't honestly. I can't remember. I can't remember the name of it, but it's pretty. I think it's pretty famous in the city. But yeah, I know Alessandria. I've been there.
Yeah, it's a bit boring.
So you said you're near Alessandria, but you're not in Alessandria.
No.
Whereabouts are you?
It's a place called Valenza.
Yeah. It's where they play with gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make jewelry. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yes.
Yeah, it's famous for that. I've never been there. That's because my mother-in-law is from Alessandria, and so she's Piemontese, and for a lot of time, there's been a lot of connections with San Salvatore.
Yes.
At the beginning of the Monferrato, and so it's we sort of we used to go there a lot in the summer.
San Salvatore is very beautiful. It's a small place on the hills.
Yeah, because it's on the top of the hill.
Yeah.
Hi, Beatrice.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. There's only three of us.
Oh my goodness, Gordon,
it's getting worse. I have this effect on people.
At 7 o'clock, I have to leave.
Yeah,
as usual.
I suspect it's just one of those things. It's to do with the timing and the people are tired and blah blah blah, what have you. So it's difficult to keep, let's say, keep attention to these things. I think
probably it's too long. What do you think? 1 hour?
Well, 1.5 hours.
No,
1.5. I think 1.5 hours is
it's okay.
It's okay. Because the thing is, what tends to happen is you start sort of getting into stuff and maybe conversations and stuff, and then it sort of
you're it's not had
the time sort of flies at some point. An hour is a bit too short, and maybe 2 hours is definitely too long. 2 hours.
No, 2 hours too long. You're right. For you, probably. Mainly
well, yeah. Well, I mean, more than anything for you guys. I mean,
you have to.
But we're all, we're all sort of waiting for our suppers anyway. So we're all waiting for dinner.
No, dinner.
Or have you already eaten?
No, it's ready.
Yeah, of course.
What
Okay,
about
so
you?
Francesco is saying hi. Okay, hi,
Yes.
Francesco.
Okay.
Ah,
Thank
there you are.
Francesco.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Okay. Now we can see the top of your. We can see your.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No hair, but directly the top. Yes.
Oh, it's just it looked really weird because I could just see that you see your nose and your eyes above.
My
above
nose
the,
fulfills the screen. Yes. Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll copy the form thing onto the
Okay.
chat, and where the hell is it? Ah, Zoom. I hate Zoom. Zoom. Chat. Where are you? Ah, there it is. Okay, it's decided to be all separate today. Okay, so there's the chat. Oh, and Barbara's just come in. Hi, Barbara.
Hi. Sorry.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah. Oh yes, of course. But I didn't have the link, so I
You
had
have the link.
twice. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I'm here. Last time I had scrutiny, so I couldn't.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it's the season. It's the season. So it's the time.
Yes.
It's the time of the year, and we've got it. Emanuela has just come in. Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. I'll put the Google thing, the register on the chat again. Okay. Now, I do not know why I've got separate. It's opened all sorts of windows here. Don't know what it's doing. Okay, right. Let me just get rid of those things. So, how are you, Emmanuel? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. A little bit tired. A lot tired, to say the truth.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, everything okay. No, because I have some small trouble. This morning I took my mother to hospital, but it was everything was prepared, so it has to be operated. But everything has gone well for the knee.
Okay.
So it is okay. But today it was quite tiring day.
Yeah, because you're running backwards and forwards and you're doing stuff like that. Okay. What about you, Francesco? How's things with you? Are you busy?
Okay. Sorry.
Are you busy?
Yeah. Where the hell? Okay. Sorry. I just
No, it's okay. I mean,
I was signing for the presence. Yes. Luckily, I'm really well. No problem with COVID. Maybe I took poisons for coronavirus. But okay, to be caught. But okay. Thanks God, I'm okay.
Are you doing a lot of work at the moment? Are you busy?
Yes, I'm not
teaching?
original. I noticed, but also last week I had to recover to pick up last lessons, and I ended just this early afternoon to watching all the lesson. Yes, I'm not original. We teachers are all stressed by the situation.
Oh yeah, I know. It's also this time of year is let's say the end of the first quadrimestre or whatever it is, and it sort of gets a bit hectic. Okay, right. So I tell you what. I mean, I don't really. We don't really have. There's not so many people here, so I imagine that maybe some people, like what happened last time, some people came in a little bit later and then they sort of went out again. So that's okay. What I thought I would do is I'd start with a reading exercise. One of those exercises where it's sort of vocabulary stuff. So I'm going to share my screen. Actually, I'll tell you what I will do. I will send this on the now hold on a minute. Yeah, copy image. No, I can't. I have to paste it somewhere else, don't I? What a pain. Just 1 second. It's the usual thing. It's the technology. It messes me up. Yeah. So No, 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 no. Yeah, right. This should now work. Okay, there we go. That's it. Right, save it and send it. Okay. Okay. Seconds in it. Yeah, it's that time of year. I'm sort of a bit tired. It seems like there's loads of stuff going on. Right, I'm putting this on the chat. So hopefully you should be able to see it. I'm now going to share my screen. So this is, what am I sharing? I'll share the snip because it's biggest. Okay, can you see this okay?
Yes.
Is it okay?
Yes, it's okay.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so it's just one of those. One of those vocabulary exercises where you use the. You have to use some derivative of the word of this word here. Let's just see if the pen will work. Well, maybe it won't. Okay, so you have to use these words, just adapt them to the to the phrase. Okay, so I'll tell you what, I'll let you get on with that for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and check it. Okay.
Okay.
Just going to.
Beg your pardon, the correspondence is one-to-one to fill in the gap.
Yeah. It's always these are, let's say, these are just modification of the word that you're given. Okay.
Okay.
How are you doing? Finished?
Yes, not finished yet.
Yeah. No, let me just see. There's a lot of stuff going on here, so just close that. Okay, right. Everybody else okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So what have you got for number one?
Universally,
Universal.
Okay, a product with a single
savings,
Universal.
universally
Savings.
recognized, universally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Recognized name can enable companies to make major
savings,
savings in production and promotion costs, especially now that world advertising is a
reality,
Me too,
a reality in such contexts as major sporting events. It is said that more time is actually spent deciding the name of a product than on the research and development leading to the
Innovation.
itself. Thousands of possible names may need to be investigated to find one that is internationally
Accepted.
Accepted.
acceptable.
Acceptable.
Yeah,
Right. Yes.
acceptable. Yeah.
Mhm. True.
An indication of the scope of the problem can be seen from the experience of Dunlop, who spent over 2 years
Innovating.
No. You have to use this. You have to use this.
Ah,
word
okay.
here,
Succeed.
you know?
Succeed.
to succeed.
Well,
Unsucceed. It's negative. The meaning is negative.
Yeah.
Quindi okay.
This is unsuccessfully.
Unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. This one was a bit nasty.
Unsuccessfully.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You have to sort of you have to sort of look at the rest of the thing and then sort of work it out. They then launched an international
competition.
amongst their employees, receiving over 10,000 entries. Around 30 names were selected from an enormous number of submissions, but not one was found to be legally available in more than a small number of countries. So it's actually quite tough. Okay, that's there's a whole, if you go and have a look on the internet, there's a whole set of stories about marketing disasters where companies choose the wrong name for products because when they take them to other countries, they don't check the local customs. And of course they come, some of the product names are really quite a disaster. Okay, right. What I'm going to do now is just going to close this. So this will probably just, okay, screen sharing will stop simply because I've closed it. Okay. Now, unfortunately, what the problem with online lessons, of course, is we can't really use readings, and I'm not allowed to use audio and video because of the copyright stuff. So it's a bit, we don't quite have access to all of the things that that I would expect to be able to do in a proper lesson. But I think it's worth persevering with some of the some speaking tasks. Okay, so I'm just going to open okay, and we're going to do some speaking practice. So let me share this. Share screen. What am I sharing? I'm sharing this, I think. Yes. Okay, so you should see my browser. Okay.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change and move the chat so I can actually see that. Okay. Right. So it's the usual thing. Now, rather than sort of stick to sort of definite timings and stuff, I just want you to just want to have like a free-for-all to try and get some ideas about this, because as you remember, there are different tasks in the speaking. There's a very cursory introductory task, and then they move on to these photos. And the idea is that you would speak about, each person gets a set of photos, and they have to talk about the photos, but to answer the questions. Okay, so it's not just description; it's also you're, in a way, you're sort of inventing as well. So if you just look at these, and there are three, you may choose to talk about two because you don't have a lot of time for this. But what I'd suggest is we can have a look at these and decide. First of all, decide which ones you would choose, and what you would say about them. Okay, how you would answer these questions. And so you have to use a little bit of imagination here. But that's part of the thing. That's part of the level, let's say. So I'll give you about 30 seconds. Ciao Paola. Ci vediamo. Ah, ok. Ah, se non vuoi andare, sì, vai. Ok. Sì, no, nessun problema. Okay, so what would you say? So Francesco,
Okay. Yes.
which ones would you prefer to talk
okay.
about?
Okay, I'd like better to speak about the left side photo. Let's say snapshot on the young woman waiting for a date, I guess, or a talk for an application for a job or an examination. Yeah, I guess something like this.
Yeah, I don't think she's waiting for a date.
Depending, maybe yes, not okay.
Yeah, it looks like a fairly formal sort of business type of situation.
The posture is rigid, so it's possible that this madam is feeling the intention is feeling in under facing a proof, let's say a talk for a job or something
like an interview.
Yeah, an interview. Yes.
Okay.
And yes, in my opinion, this is the situation.
And so how do you think she'll be feeling?
I'm not sure she'll be feeling, but she is very rigid, and she seems to be in a waiting room, let's say in a formal environment before the interview. And
so do you think she'll be quite relaxed, or do you think she'll be quite nervous?
No, nervous. You know, posture is rigid. Let's see these angles by the knees or the elbows. Okay. Posture is really controlled, and also the head is turned in some rigid posture, rigid angle with respect to the body. So he's looking not looking directly, but looking to maybe a closed door, front door of the office in which she'll be introduced in a while, something like this, waiting for a call.
Okay.
And here there is a little mystery in the black case side curve, because also the case which is possibly hers is closed, and this can hold some documents, also some secret documents, or some notes, some books employed to prepare the interview or the examinations, or maybe there is a really top secret report about Ukraine situation,
and she's a spy.
Okay, I don't know if we are allowed to speak about to talk about this topic here in online.
Oh well,
okay.
yeah. It's anything that is even remotely, let's say, contentious. We should just sort of avoid it if we can.
So let's summarize. She's in a situation of tension.
Okay.
Is waiting for something. She seems not to be certain of her success in the following short time.
Okay, so that's one photo. Which other photo would you choose?
Well, I'm not sure about the meaning of the central photo, of the central shot. So I'd like, as a second choice, I'd like to speak about the boy who is attending his dive. I don't know if
who's waiting
yes,
for. Remember,
he's waiting
attending.
for his dive. Okay.
Yeah, that's you attend a course, but you wait to do something. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So,
or even you could even say preparing for.
Yeah, of course. This is just the previous instant of his performance, and so he's concentrating, and his muscles are also in tension, as the Madame Swan were, but for a totally different engagement, which is
for a totally different reason. Yeah.
Reason, yes. I mean, the boy will use his tense muscles in a short, but for a physical performance. This was my intention. This I would have said before, and of course, as the swimming pool seems to be really low and far with respect to his position, I guess, but this dive is from a relative height, maybe 5 meters over. So
yeah, it looks like it's on the highest of the normal boards that you find in a swimming pool.
Maybe there is also a zoom effect. It will be also 8 or 10 meters high.
Yeah. I suspect it's one of the higher ones. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Beatrice, which 2 photos would you choose?
Let me see. Okay, I don't like the picture in the middle with the inmate. How do you call the inmate?
Yeah, it's someone who it looks like is a prisoner or an inmate.
Yeah, prisoner. Probably it's a movie. It's a movie. I don't like this picture at all, because it's sad. He's waiting. He's waiting for the jury's response, and it's sad, probably. And I prefer the boy waiting for the jumping.
The dive. It's not a jump. Dive.
Yes, it's a dive from the trampoline. Do you say trampoline?
No. It's
How
a board.
do you say?
It's a board. A trampoline is something else. It's a trampoline is that thing which is like it's like bouncy.
You jump, you bounce. Okay.
Okay, so this is a dive, and so this is a diving board.
Diving board. Okay.
The diving board that is flexible is what's called a springboard.
The springboard. Yeah. Right.
The one that goes down and boom.
Yes, and you jump all over the. Okay, and probably is waiting for the competition and is very anxious and focused on his. Is very focused. And probably is very happy to show his skills to his father, to I don't know, to the attendants or of the pool. And what about the third one? The third one is the woman. Yes, I prefer the woman and the boy. The middle one.
You don't like, okay,
no,
but that's fine.
All.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Fine. That's fine. I mean, it's sort of, let's say, de gustibus in the sense that some of the things, it's just whatever is easiest to talk about. Okay. So you can imagine, just remember to include how might they be feeling. So say something about the
feeling. You're right. The woman is waiting for an application.
She's waiting for a job interview.
For a job interview, yes, and she's very anxious too. Both of them, the woman and the boy, are very anxious but very focused. Probably they will win the match, the boy, and the job application, the woman, and they probably be happy after the competition and after the job interview.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yes,
okay.
There is a happy ending, actually.
Yeah.
Not
well, you don't even have to tell a story. You can just quite happily just literally sort of say exactly what you see. But that it is important to answer this second question, which at this level is almost always about some emotive aspect of the thing. There's always, like, let's say, an aspect of invention. So like, for example, here, so Emanuela, what do you think about these? Which ones would you prefer?
I don't know exactly. I think if I choose the middle one, it could be politically incorrect. So I try to
yes,
it's my ideas about.
Well, it is. I must confess, it is a rather unusual picture to find in these types of things, because they don't usually. They're not so. Let's say they're not usually so. Let's say controversial.
Yeah,
but I suspect that this might be let's say a set of random photos that some people have put up as examples. So it's not necessarily the thing. But anyway, the principle is this, though, that you have the three, and then you've got these questions that you.
I was joking.
No, absolutely, no. It's okay. I mean, okay. So why might these people be running?
Yeah, perhaps the first one, and I can imagine. I try to imagine, and perhaps the young man is he's looking at his watch. So I think probably he's late or something like that, or he's missing a very important meeting. And his suit is I mean, I think he's impiegato, I don't know, funzionario. He's working he's not working in a factory, things like that. He has got quite an important job. So
it could be a businessman, he could be whatever. Yeah, and maybe he's running for a meeting.
Yeah, and I think he's missing this very important meeting with a boss or something. For example, some people that has to decide if to buy or not some products, something like that.
What do you think his life? What do you think his life is like?
He seems to be quite desperate, and I don't think he has a really happy life because he's I don't know, probably he's so worried about work to be to put because he's like that, he seems like that, because for him job is the principal item in his life. So if he fails in job, he fails in life, something like that. I think that for him.
So he's quite stressed.
Yeah, I think so. Stressed, worried, of course.
So what about the lady?
She's quite smiling.
She's smiling. She's smiling a lot. Okay.
Even if I think she's doing something tiring, so I think she likes going jogging.
Jogging or running, yeah. Okay.
She seems to be fit. I don't remember, to be
quite fit, yeah.
Quite fit, yeah, quite fit. So probably she is used to go. She
is used to going
every day running or something like that, or doing some other activities to keep in form her body and her mind, probably.
So what do you think about her life?
I think I think she's a person that is able to keep some time for herself, to be. I think she's quite she's quite. She take care of her mindfulness. Because she seems to be relaxed.
Okay.
And something.
Okay, Emanuele, just 1 second. Francesco's got his hand raised. Yes.
Yes, please. I just wonder if it could be a winning strategy during examination to try to relate two images by counterposition or situation and discuss about two at the same time or not, because it is not straightly asked for.
No, it's not strictly asked for, but it's a question of whether it's natural or not. Okay, so I personally think it is natural, but it shouldn't become let's say a straightforward exercise in compare and contrast. Okay, so you do it, first guy looks like the guy in the first photograph looks like he might be a businessman. He's running for an important meeting. He's obviously running late. He's probably got a very stressful life. He's very busy. Whereas if we look at the lady on the right, okay, the linking I've used is just a simple thing to link. We look at the lady on the right. She's quite happy. She looks looks as if she's out jogging or she's out running. She's got her trainers on and what have you. So it looks like she's probably she keeps herself fairly fit, and she looks after herself. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I think it's a fine. You don't have to necessarily, let's say, go backwards and forwards, but it could be a good strategy. Yeah. Okay, Emanuela, so you think which photograph do you prefer, the guy or the lady?
Of course I prefer the lady. No, because it seems really a different kind of life, a different way of
no, in terms of how easy how easy they are to describe.
Sorry?
I honestly don't care about these people in the
No,
sense
sorry.
that who knows
Which
who
one
they
I
are.
prefer? Which one I think is easier to describe? Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. They aren't so difficult to describe, I think, because you need quite I mean, I don't know words, a lot of words, but I think it's not a particular topic. It's not a technical topic, so probably you need words quite common words to describe them.
Okay, no, that's fine. It's just because again, the whole the whole thing here is to use use vocabulary, fairly normal vocabulary to describe these situations. Okay, what about Sandra? Which ones would you which photos would you talk about?
The businessman is running home because he forgot his bag, his business bag.
He forgot his briefcase. Okay.
His briefcase.
Or he left his phone on the kitchen table.
Exactly. So because he doesn't have anything, he's just watching because he's late for he's going to be late for the meeting.
Okay.
He forgot his case.
Okay.
And the central can be, maybe they are people who dress like soldiers, like for carnival.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe they are real soldiers.
Yeah, this one here, I think it's got Polizei written on his vest or something. But yeah, maybe. Okay.
Maybe.
They're pretending.
And they are pretending to be soldiers. And the lady, she's running every day. She's very fit. And I think that she is leading a very healthy life.
Okay.
Because she goes every day running, I think. Because she's very fit.
That's fine. That's fine. Hold on a minute. Suspected spam. Okay. Yeah, okay. No, that's good. That's good. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to right, we're going to come back to the speaking exercise in a minute, but I want to do another exercise on on vocabulary, and it's an exercise for matching ends of sentences. So just bear with me 2 seconds. I'm just going to.
Have you seen what he's posting? What Francesco is posting?
No, I haven't on the chat.
In the chat.
Yes,
where is it? Okay.
On the chat, not to disturb the examination.
No. Okay, it's Bianco Cornelio. Let me just have a look at this.
The white rabbit and Ellie running back from Ellie.
Oh yes, yeah. What was the thing? You have to keep running to stay still or something. I can't remember. It was that idea of. Oh yes, there it is. That's just. Yeah, there he is. I'm late. Yeah.
Yes, and there could be also the Queen's soldiers, the clubs and the diamonds. As policemen. Only I didn't have the time to find it out on the web.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Gordon, I think the rabbit is trying to run quicker than the time.
Yeah. Okay, right. So maybe, hopefully you should be able to see my screen now. I can never know.
Do you say, excuse me, Gordon, do you say quicker or faster? Faster. Più veloce.
He's trying to run faster than time.
Faster.
No, quicker than time. No, both will work, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, both will work. trying to run more quickly. No, he's trying to run faster than time. He's trying to run more quickly than time.
Faster or more quickly? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what we've got here is we've got some phrases which are split in two. Now, what's the thing about this type of exercise? It's to raise your awareness of this type of phrase, or this type of, let's say, set of words. So you've got things like in case, with the intention of, okay, and these are due to, okay, and otherwise, and these are these are ways of joining pieces of phrases together, okay. So what we're sort of looking at is we're looking at expressing purpose, reason, and result, okay. So can you, now I don't know whether I can get rid of, maybe I can. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, there we go. And otherwise is the other one down there, okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay. So I'll give you a couple of minutes just to have a look at these, and we'll talk about the answers in a minute, okay.
Gordon, I beg your pardon. I can see just 7 choices for the ending part.
Okay, let me just have a
H.
look. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, now
7,
I see
8.
also the H. Thank you.
Yeah. Can you see it? Okay. Yeah. So I really don't know. Okay, how you doing?
Yes, it's okay for me.
Okay,
Yeah, you finished?
done, finished.
Done.
Done. Okay. Right. Let's just close that a minute. Okay, so right. Okay. Okay, so actually no, I have to put it back on here because I can't see it all. Okay, so what have you got for number one?
Number one is C.
Number one is C. Okay, so can you actually give me the whole phrase?
See? I thought I should pick the language up while I was there, so letter C. I immersed myself in the life of the local community.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'll just get rid of that one. Okay, what about number two? Anybody? Feature.
G.
G. Okay, so can you give me the whole thing?
It might be better to set up a simulation of the job in question so as to let me see whether the candidate has the skills and aptitude they are looking for.
Yeah, okay. That looks good. Okay. What about number three? Sandra?
Yes.
3, the candidate often lacks the sort of cultural background that would stand them in good stead or stead in these situations, with the result that their responses take the interviewer by surprise. I didn't know the meaning of stead.
Okay, well, yeah, it's actually part of this phrase here. To stand in good stead is it's to be prepared. Okay, it's a sort of like a preparation, something that helps you. Okay, in a situation. So okay, yeah, that sounds reasonable. Okay, Emanuela.
4 H, they used to give us dictations in class to make sure we knew things like putting a double P in approve.
Okay. Yeah. Can I just ask you, do people do dictations in class anymore?
No, unfortunately.
No, because I think it's I was thinking about this the other day.
Because there are many excuses. For
Yeah,
example, dyslexic students, special needs students, people with hearing problems, or people that at least it is for English lessons.
Yeah.
Of course. And maybe you cannot hear properly because of noises, or maybe you cannot know a single particular word.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking because as an exercise, dictation, I think, is actually relatively useful.
Barbara, I have something to say about this. Francesco and I, we teach in the same school. It's a high school. And unfortunately, I heard a colleague of mine 2 years ago doing dictation exercise, but we teach in a liceo.
High school.
Yeah, but high school, but we have this indirizzo sportivo.
Okay, so it's well, I suppose you would say it's what is it? It's the sports I'm never sure how indirizzo gets translated because we don't have an equivalent sort of thing. But let's say the
section, no?
Sports section, yeah.
Section.
Yeah.
And a colleague of mine was doing this dictation, and I was astonished about this to hear this at the high school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But your colleague did this colleague was
she was desperate. She was desperate.
Yeah, but because they are not students are not used.
They're not used to it. They're not used to it. Yeah.
The fact is that probably they should do this, but not at the high school. Before arriving at the high school, probably.
No, they should do it all the time.
Yeah.
All the time, no. I think it's a shame if they do this at the high school. Gordon, sorry.
Well, no.
I don't agree.
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't agree because I think that because dictation is a form of listening, and what I come across is a lot of the time.
Anyway, that's a good suggestion for my next lessons. When they are naughty.
Gordon, but you have to consider this, that English language, I mean, when you use English, you pronounce in a way and you write in a quite different way.
Yeah.
Italian language is not like that.
No, I mean Italian is extremely phonetic. It's very regular.
So it's not so difficult to learn how to write.
No, but the thing is this, to truly learn. I mean, I remember doing dictations in French, but when I was at school, I hated it. But it was just a way of, let's say, consolidating what I hear. Have I heard it? Have I heard it correctly? Am I able to interpret what I'm hearing? Yeah. And the fact that English is irregular is part of the language. It just is. Okay, so no, I mean I'm not saying all the time, but even in other subjects, though, I think, because sometimes you're not sure what people are hearing. You're not sure what people. Okay, some people have hearing problems, what have you, special needs, what have you. This is true, but it's still part. I think it's still part of a. It's like saying, we can't do writing exercises because they make lots of spelling mistakes. You know, it makes no sense. It's part of the thing. Yeah. Anyway, let's leave that. let's leave the thing. What about number 5? Anybody? Francesco.
I chose B for number 5.
Okay.
Let's say I always write new vocabulary down in my notebook in case I forget it. It's precisely what I'm doing at present.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
So it was really easy for me to pick out this answer.
Okay. Right. What about number 6?
A. It's A.
Okay.
Wait. Paula is studying languages at university with the intention of eventually working as an interpreter.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. So that's with the intention of, in case, whatever. Okay. What about number 7?
E.
Okay. So
we found the lecturer difficult to hear due to the poor acoustics in the hall.
Okay, and that leaves the last one, which is
D.
Anybody?
D.
D
Okay.
is the only left.
Bye, go on.
You need to use a microphone, otherwise the people at the back won't hear you.
Yeah, okay. But again, the key thing about these exercises are these words, okay? Because this is the sort of stuff that at this level you need to start bringing in, okay? Now, the way these are presented, you always get like a list of them, but what I'd suggest is you sort of focus on a couple and try and be active in sort of using them. Okay, so you sort of get used to them. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So let me just close that. I don't need to do that. Okay, screen sharing has stopped, and I'm going to switch over to the other type of reading task, which is this one. So let's just zoom. Let me just zoom this. Okay. So this is the part where you would be talking with someone else, and remember always to focus on the question, answer the question. Okay, you don't have a lot of time, so you would probably choose 3 of them rather than all 5. But what's the idea here? What's the let's say the exercise? The exercise is not to demonstrate expert knowledge of the different subject areas. It's to be able to demonstrate that you can pass the ball backwards and forwards between yourselves in the conversation. Okay, that's the key. That's the key point. Yeah. So I'll tell you what. Let's see, Barbara and Francesco.
Oh, I start.
Yeah, do you want to try it?
Yes.
So you work together now. Just remember the thing about passing. No, I'm not going to time this, so I'll let it go for a while. But just remember this thing about passing the ball.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah.
Not to keep the ball too long.
Yeah. So off you go when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
I
start. Okay.
When you're ready.
I think that the media has really been affected by technology, because thanks to internet, telegraph, and whatever, phones, you can get news easily and quickly, and more quickly. And
I partially agree with you, but I should add that also the music industry profited a lot by the internet and the communication tools and means and new achievements.
Yeah, even the music, because also, yeah, because they can record, they can share their songs on YouTube, for example, make videos, and even the sports industry.
Yes, but why the sports?
By technology, because, and also in a good way and in a bad way. For example, the technology, the chronometer to
oh yes, and the recordings of
record the time, but also
yes,
the technology to build some substances that help the sportsman to win, and then this is negative.
Okay, this is negative. This is more related to the medical industry. Let's say there is a fallout from the medicine research, which results in the production of forbidden substances, doping substances for sport. Yes, of course.
Of course, you depend on what kind of technology we want to speak, because it is the technology that for the medical industry helps to make medicines or substances that are used for other purposes.
Yes.
And or the technology that is used to.
Of course, I would summarize the fact that technology in itself is completely neutral, and it depends on the goals you want to reach. So medical industry can have really positive fallouts, and on the other hand, you can profit in an unforeseen way, even by from the positive results, of course. Let's think about the food industry. There is a lot of artificial food at present, or let's say food which are modified, that is modified in some part of its production, even starting from the origin, the OGM, to the conservation and the preparing, the industrial preparing, also altering the substances or adding some forbidden ingredients or substances which are not so positive on the public health.
Because, for example, last century, 2 centuries ago, there weren't any refrigerators that to keep food safe for longer periods. Now we have got refrigerators, but also preservatives that are put into the food processing, right?
Yes.
And this is not good, because it is not genuine, and it may be also less safe, healthy to be eaten.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is it enough? Should I continue?
Yeah. No. That's fine. That's fine. I think it's a good. It will be a good idea to try and sort of summarize at the end. Okay. So, but I think that was okay. It is difficult even in say conversation type situations to pass the ball, because quite often we don't remember to do it. But no, this is okay.
Well, indeed, I'd like to quote that I tried to summarize at a certain point of a talk, but then the talk went on.
I recognize that, but you're right. The fact that you tried it was appreciated.
To summarize, I could say that technology has some good aspects and some bad ones.
Yeah, some
good aspects are that you can quickly reach news and for the media, or quickly, or have more food for population, maybe in the world, I hope. But there are worse aspects that are related for any of these topics. We said bad use of preservatives or unhealthy substances in the food or in the media can be fake news.
I mean,
or any other.
The fact that these, let's say things which are not true can be amplified. So the media obviously has technology has the can be both good and bad. Okay, that's fine. Now hold on a minute. I just have to zoom that out. This one's quite big for some reason. Okay. So what about Sandra and Emanuela? Okay. How about this topic here? Oh, yeah, everyone's moved around again. I don't know why that happened.
Sorry, Gordon, just look at the chat. There is a
okay,
message from Manuela.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Sorry, my mum is calling. So, okay, I'll tell you what. If Emanuela's busy.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, you're back. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So can you try with Sandra for a few minutes and see what happens?
Yeah.
So the first thing is some agreement or something about who wants to start. Okay.
I think that all of them can change someone's life.
Hold on a minute, Sandra.
All of them.
Hold on. Agree with Emanuela who wants to start. Okay.
Absolutely. So am I going? I mean,
no. You have to decide. Yeah. In the exam, you're with a stranger, and so you say, oh, so it'd be, oh, do you want to go first, or shall I?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know it sounds stupid, but it's part of the natural conversation.
Also, this is part of the. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So, you guys decide, work it out.
Emanuela, do you want to start?
No, I think I'm interested in what you are saying, and so please tell me what you think about this kind of item.
Dear Prudence.
No, io non lo voglio. Okay, Sandra.
Vai avanti tu che mi viene da
ridere. I'm really interested in your opinion, Sandra. First.
No, but this is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
It's everything I can see here. They change your life, especially having a child, because your life is will become completely different, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm quite sure. Unfortunately, I can't say if it's real for my life because I haven't got a child, but I, of course, know a lot of people, and a lot of friends of mine. They had to change habits, sometimes to change work timetable, for example, or even their life timetable, because when you have a child, it comes before everything. But I think also, yeah, this is probably the first thing. But I think also moving to a new house or starting a new job. I mean, every time you change completely something in your life, no? Don't you think it's something like that? I mean, you are obliged to reset your way of thinking, your way of life.
Yes, I think starting a new job can be. It depends if you need to find a new job because you lost your job, or you want a new job because you want to find something more stimulating and something new in your life. So it depends. But I think that having a new job can change your life. But if you lost your job, for example, and you find a job just to find a job, just to survive, that's different.
But also, I think also in this case, probably in a worse way, it can change your life, of course, because you have to, I mean, to change your desires also, no? You have to adapt yourself to the new situation. So, yeah, but it's true, what you're saying, it's true. It depends on if you are looking for a new job, if you are, for example, if you want to improve your economical situation, if you are going to marry, so you need to find a job that is good for what you are looking for, your project, your future projects, something like that. Yeah, of course. Also getting a pet. It depends. Probably if you get a turtle, it's not so different your life. But
get a tarantula.
If you decide to buy a turtle, probably you can manage quite easily your life. I don't know.
Well, but you still need to go home and give her or him some food. So it's
no, probably, you know, Sandra, probably getting a pet. Sorry?
Them.
Sorry?
You need to look after them,
Of course.
even puppies.
Of course, probably it changes your life in a psychological way more than in some cases, more than in a, I mean, it's to get a pet, getting a pet and take care of a pet probably changes your psychological side of view more than your timetable or something like that.
Yeah, probably you need to look, you think that you have someone to look after.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't think of yourself all the time. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, and also I was thinking about a dog, for example, no? Dogs are really very affectionate.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they can change your affectionate. So thank you. So they can change also your way to build a relationship with other people. No, I think so.
I know that there is a pet therapy, like people with like disabled people, or I don't know how to say, mind disabled, or so people with problems,
psychiatric or psychiatric problems.
Yeah, they have like positive effects with dogs and cats.
Or if, for example, you are blind, I think having a dog.
Yeah, that's
your life.
Essential. That's the dog is essential then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, good. No one said anything about going to university.
Sorry,
I think that,
not that you have to. It's just a curiosity.
Okay.
Let's just have an open. Let's just an open discussion. I mean, is that something which changes people?
Very much. I think.
Very.
I think.
I can't hear you. Sorry.
I think it changes people's lives because you can open your mind and you can see, learn new things, and also you can get a new job. You can change career, meet new people. Yes, of course. Also,
nowadays the university offers a lot of opportunity to know new people, because you can, for example, go abroad, something like that. So, yeah, a lot of opportunities, more than in the past, I think.
Yeah. I think also it's the fact that I mean these days you can actually go. It's becoming more common to go back to university at some point when you're old. Maybe not so much in Italy, but certainly in other countries.
It is called life learning.
Lifelong learning.
Lifelong learning.
It's more. Let's say it's more common, certainly in the UK, but that's because for a long time there's been the Open University, which started in the 1960s, and that was designed for people who didn't have the chance to go to university straight after school, and it was designed for them so that they could go back, so that they could go to university and study while they were working.
Really interesting.
It's quite an institution, and they were this distance learning stuff. They were doing it like years and years and years ago, before the advent of internet. they sent you a parcel of books, and every month you did your exercises, and maybe you phoned the tutor and you sent your essays by post. If you did chemistry, they sent you a chemistry kit. Yeah, it was really, really well organized. Anyway, okay, no, that's good stuff. Okay, I'll tell you what.
Excuse me, is it still open, this kind of university?
Yeah, it still exists. In fact, let's just see if I can see if I can. Yeah, the OU, I mean, they've got loads of stuff. To do that, but there's all sorts of they do undergraduate, postgraduate. I mean, they do anything. They do loads and loads of stuff. As you can see from the courses they offer, they go from like chemistry, maths, physics, the usual stuff, international studies. You've got psychology. This is actually quite well done. Statistics, all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Gordon, excuse me, yeah. But would it be possible to attend these courses even if you're not English? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't have to
decide to.
No, I've done it. I've done courses with them, and you don't have to be resident in the UK.
Open university.
It's called the Open University, and it's, well, there's just all sorts of stuff.
I haven't understood if it is really expensive or not.
Well, that you'd have to check, but I think unfortunately what's happened is the English tuition fees, or the tuition fees at the English universities, became much more expensive with the Brexit for European students. Okay, you'd have to look in and check about this, but there's all sorts of possibilities. Yeah, they even have a business school if you're interested in doing something like an MBA. Yeah, so it's not to publicize them. It's just they are. It is well known and well used.
Because if you can do that, I mean, online or smart.
Yeah. It
could be a second degree and easier to.
Yeah, they do. It's modular. It's modular. So what you do is you do a certain. You decide. You decide you want to do a degree in a certain thing, and you choose the modules that you want to include in that. And of course, according to what you're doing, the modules obviously have to be relevant to the overall topic.
For example, you could also attend only one. I don't know, creative writing. If I if I'm interested in it, I could attend it.
Okay, so for example, here this gives you an idea. If you want to go the whole hog and you do a degree, you've got this, let's say this path here that is going to take you a certain amount of time, as it says, part-time 16 to 18 hours for 6 years. Okay, 16 to 18 hours per week for 6 years. Okay, it's not they don't hand these things out. You do have to work for them. Okay, but having said that, you might be interested in a certificate, something which is a lower, let's say a slightly less intense level. Okay, but essentially what you're doing is you're doing the first year of the degree. Okay. Okay, so why would you do it? Well, it sort of gives you some sort of ideas there.
Explain everything.
Yeah. No, it's worth checking out. I'll put the website. I mean, as I say, I'm not publicizing them. It's just that I think that they also have some free stuff. There are some courses which they provide materials and you sort of self-study and stuff. So it's quite useful, quite interesting. Yeah. And now with the distance learning stuff, the Zoom and stuff, all of this, and email and what have you, it's a lot easier. You can attend tutorials, and that's sort of changed the organization a little bit, because you can now attend, you can have a tutor in another country, and you can have online tuition. Yeah, so there you go. Echo, that's fine. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to stop this now. So okay, I see Francesco's disappeared, but that's okay. I think he
has to prepare for dinner.
Yeah, I think so. So it's this time.
He wrote on chat. That was his kitchen turn.
Yeah, it's this time of the evening is always a little bit difficult. Anyway, I'm really hungry now, so it's time to go and get some dinner. So thank you, everybody, and we'll see you. Hopefully I'll see you again next week, hopefully with a few more people as well. So okay, take care. Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.